Over here to the create new button, go ahead and hit create new. After here, you're going to see this. All I want you to pay attention to is preset details. Ready? Here we go. First name, last name. We're going to call this new name tag because we're just going to make a new one really quickly. Make sure that you choose inches right here. The width of your name tag is going to remain 7 inches and the height will remain 5. Orientation, I want you to click, make sure that this right one here is clicked. After that, make sure color mode CMYK, raster effects are high, preview mode default. Go ahead and hit create. You will end up with a white rectangle. Over here on the stroke and fill colors, and you can see my mouse moving right now, we want to cancel out your fill real quick. So I have the fill selected at the moment. You can tell because the rectangle is above the other one. Go right below it. You're going to see 3 things. I want you to click none. Leave the stroke as black by default, or double click it and change it to black if you don't have that currently selected. After that, if you look where my mouse cursor is right now, rectangle tool probably came back up. So you're going to want to click and hold on the rectangle tool, and I want you to choose the ellipses tool right here, okay? Boom, ellipses. Then you're going to hold down the shift key on your keyboard, S-H-I-F-T. It's next to the Z key. Hold shift, click and drag with your finger on the mouse or on the trackpad. What I do is I press down on my index finger and then I swipe with my middle finger, and I want you to make 5 perfect circles that go across your canvas. After that, you're going to select the pen tool. It is located right here, or you could just hit the letter P as in pen. Remaining with the same stroke and fill, start in your circle, your top left circle, and just click once, and only once this time. Next time here, you're going to go to your second circle, and you're going to click, hold, and drag in any directions. These handlebars that you're seeing, once again, do your best to ignore them even though they are your pinch and pull spots. You're only worried about the line that connects the 2 circles. Let go, and you should see a black line. Go into the next circle and do the same thing. What I really want to recommend is don't put the handlebar in the next circle. You need to click there next. So put the handlebars anywhere other than inside a circle. They should not go inside a neighboring or any other circle. Go ahead, let go. Go down to your 4th circle, click, hold, swipe, move it wherever you want. Boom, perfect. Go to your 5th circle, click, hold, swipe. We're gonna go far out this one. Almost went into that circle there. Then you want to make sure that you go back to your original anchor point. You will say that it says anchor. Click, hold, swipe, get your final little curve going on. I'm going to zoom out by holding down the command key and tapping minus twice. I'm shifting my image over with 2 fingers. I'm going to take the selection tool. It is the black arrow up here. I'm going to click, drag, swipe, and select all objects. You should see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 little blue dots inside the circle and a line that goes across. If you look on the right side of your screen over here, you will find Pathfinder. If you look at Pathfinder, the far left option, if you hover over it, it will say click to unite. Go ahead and press that button. Then all of your objects should be one shape. Let's make sure that we have this object selected. Click, hold, swipe, and select the object again in case you clicked off of it. And I want you to go back
to the fill color where it's none. Double tap that. Pick any color that you want.
Doesn't matter. It's a placeholder color. It will be changed later. I'm going to tap command minus a couple more times because I want to get this guy out of the way. With the selection tool still selected, I'm going to click and drag and swipe him up and out of there. I'm going to go back in a little bit on my thing. Now, my fill color is still that like bluish color. I want to cancel it out this time. Make sure that you don't have your object selected when you have it if you cancel it, because if you cancel it right now, it's going to cancel your object. So click off your object, make sure it's not selected, and then you can go over here and hit the none button. Perfect. Let's zoom back in. I'm going to hit L on my keyboard, L, and that should automatically select the ellipses tool, and I'm going to make 5 more perfect circles somewhere around my canvas. We're going to make a true big boy over here. I'm going to hit P for pen. As you can see, select the pen tool. I'm going to start my top left circle. Click just once to start the line. Go to your next circle. Click, hold, and swipe. Again, do not put the handlebars inside another circle. Go to your 3rd circle. Click, hold, swipe, let go. 4th circle. Click, hold, swipe. Yeah. 5th circle. Click, hold, swipe. And then back to the original anchor point. Click, hold, and swipe if you would like to change your line at all. Take the selection tool again. Click and drag, select everything, make sure that all 5 circles are selected in addition to your line. Go back over to Pathfinder and hit the Unite button. You should have a second shape. Let's make sure that this shape is selected real quick, and we're going to apply another color to it. Pick a different color than your first one, and then hit OK. I'm going to zoom out a couple times here. Now, one of these objects is going to be on top of the other. I'm going to click and drag this guy, and you'll see that my first object that I made, as well as yours, will go behind it. If you want that one to be in front of it, what you need to do is first move it over top of it, and then click with 2 fingers. That will give you a right-click option. You're going to see this big thing pop up here. You're looking for a range right down there, and then if you see here, you will see one called Bring to Front. Go ahead and click Bring to Front, and then it will appear inside the other one. In addition to that, you can actually take the selection tool up here right there, and you can rotate your object around, just like this, if you wanted to. I'm going to leave mine like this. I'm actually going to go ahead and make it bigger by a little bit, and then I'm actually going to take the other one, right click, and do Arrange Bring to Front, because I think I like this other shape a little bit better. Alright, now that I have my 2 shapes, we are going to gradient them. I'm going to recommend that you start gradienting the first one. It's more important. Select the shape, and then over here where there's the solid color gradient and none, go ahead and click gradient. Your gradient window will come up over here. You have a couple different options. You have a left to right gradient. We can change the colors later. A radial gradient, which is more of a circular one, or by far the coolest, freeform gradient, which will give you points. If no points are created by default like mine, you can go ahead and just click inside the circle a few times, and you'll see that I've just made 3 dots right here. With my oh, nope, never mind. I still want the edit gradient back on. You can go ahead and click any of these dots, like I have this one selected right now, and then go here over here to your color fill, double click it, and pick a color. I'm going to choose we're going to go a lime green. I'm going to hit OK. I'm going to go to my second one, click it, go back over here, double click color, pick a different one. We'll go with a yellow, and then on my last one, click it. We'll go over here, and we will choose a dark red. I can move these around. I can click and drag these around to get like even cooler options. You can put more dots in there if you want to. Totally up to you, like how you move them, where you move them, anything like that. I might even move this one right over there. Cool, perfect. I'm happy. I'm going to take the selection tool and just click off the shape here just to get a better look at the shape once it's done. It still has that black outline, which I don't recommend actually. So I'm going to click the shape, and then I'm going to select the black stroke right here and cancel that out with none. Voila. All right, we're going to go back to our back shape right here, and we're going to go and we're going to make it a gradient. I've made the stroke a gradient actually, so we're going to swap that, and I will cancel out the stroke this time. Now we have just a gradient. I'm going to go back over here to my gradient window. You can see it right here, and I'm going to go to the points one, and let me apply 1, 2, 3 points. Now some of these are behind them. I have the bottom right point selected right now. I'm going to go grab a color for it. I do not want ideally the exact same color that is behind the other one, because I do want them to kind of stand out from one another, but I'm going to try to keep it in the family of colors. So I'm going to go for slightly darker muted versions of the top one, and we're going to go over here for this, and maybe we'll just do a desaturated red behind that one. There we go. All right, now that I have my colors in place, I can command minus a little bit here. You might want to shrink your name tag down a little bit, so I'm going to click, drag, swipe the entire thing, and I'm going to hold down the shift key while my mouse cursor is right here, and I'm clicking and dragging and making it a little bit smaller. Select them both again, and we're going to center it. All right, after we have that done, we need to apply text in here. You'll find the text tool right here. You could just hit T, or I'm sorry, it's called type tool. Let me close my gradient window. And then go ahead and just click once in the center of your screen. You will see that the text is black by default, and you're going to see the words lorem ipsum. Don't be worried about that just yet. Go over here now before you even type anything, and you're going to see where it says Myriad Pro. We want a different, more legible, easier to read font. Click in Myriad Pro, and I want you to type in the word impact, IMP-ACT, and you will find that the font impact comes up. Go ahead and select that. Next, you're going to see the size of, well, regular is fine right here, but you can see that there are, well, actually, impact only has regular. Under that is the size of the font right now is 12. I think a nice 60-point font will work really well. And then I want you to just simply type your name. I recommend all caps. It's a lot easier to see. You can separate your first and last name, and I'm going to show you why I recommend that. I've just typed my first name here. I'm going to move it into place where I want it to be. I don't want it to go over the back shape. I just want it over the front shape. And I want a different color. So while my font is selected right here, I'm going to double tap on black. I think I'm just going to make it white. I ask that you make your name text either white or black, nothing else. I'll explain to you later why that's the case. Then we're going to simply take the type tool again. Don't click on Andrew because then it'll edit that name. Click somewhere else, anywhere else, and go ahead and type your last name. Take the selection tool and ideally pick the same color, whether that was black or white that you chose from before, and hit OK. Shimmy that into place where you want to. The reason why I recommended that you make them separate is because if you click one name, first or last, and you hit this little swap button right here that swaps the fill and the stroke, that way one name is bold and one name is hollow. That's perfect. No more effects are necessary. You're going to want to do File and then either, Save As. And I want you to save one document to the cloud and then also one on the computer. The one on the computer will be to update or upload to Schoology. The one on the cloud will be a more safe save, so that way you're using any laptop and you're totally fine. All right, good job, guys.